When you do an evaluation, I'm just going to jump into an existing patient. You'll do it from the scheduling. You come into this screen where it tells you things to look out for, like knock on garage or things that are not completed. It tells you when the next visit's scheduled, how many visits completed, if the progress is due or the plan of care is running out, who the payer is, and here's all the notes. If you want to look at them, you just press the eyeball to view all the notes, regardless of the discipline. But this will be blank on your initial eval. So it'll just say inherit previous documentation. That's fine. Inherit patient intake, you don't really need. You can do start from blank template. And you're going to say physical therapy templates. You're going to say initial evaluation. And it brings you into the initial evaluation. You can put the date of service, whatever it was. Time in and time out. Again, you could just make this whatever it was. Um, After that, you're just going to click on areas that have green spots or blue spots, and it allows you to choose your responses. Most of them you can select more than one. You can type what you want to select here, and everything you're doing here will flow forward into your progress and discharge and to daily notes. The initial eval, you have the treatment built right into it. The progress and discharge and research, the treatment's not built in, so you do a second note. So when you're done with this note, it's all on one page. You put in your units and minutes and your charge types, and you change this over. If you're not done, you keep it on draft and press save. If you're done, you change it over to complete. But you'll see if there's something wrong, even in draft, if I go to save it, it's going to say in red, oh, it gives me a green light, all's well. But let's say I didn't have something filled out properly, it would let me know. Otherwise, um, it's set up for you to just keep kind of filling out like that. So you fill out the parts. On when you see these plus and minuses here, like let's say vitals, we don't need it because this person isn't at a cardiac risk or something. I press the minus button and it'll literally just remove that section. Let's say we want to do more than just gross and fine motor and we want to do like kinesthetic sense or something. I press the plus button, click on this section, turn that one off and say I want to talk about tone, let's say, or motor control, balance strategies, and then we can talk about that. Let's say here, sitting and standing really is all you need to talk about. So you could fill this in. But let's say ADLs, I put in feeding in this one. I want to do more. I press the plus button, come back here. Now I could say like upper extremity and lower extremity, but again, it wouldn't show the progression if you lump them together in case something changes, but you could. And I could say I want to do the next one, which is maybe toileting or shower transfers, and turn off these two by clicking on them. So that's how you fill out the ones with the plus and minuses. If I want to do 2 outcome measures, I already filled out one. I press a plus, come here, turn one off, turn one on, fill out my other outcome measures. What was the score? What's significance? Like maybe it's like a high fall risk. Fine, so put high fall risk. Um, treatment, treatment done today. Again, put a couple in here, like all the options. You don't need all the options, so you just keep what you have, and the rest you turn off. So if we're not doing gait training, and again by gait training I mean truly teaching someone how to walk. So like things like I'm going to work on the kinematics and modifying their gait. I'm going to talk about step 2 gait with proper cadence and hip and knee kinematics. If all you're doing is getting them up to walk for mobility and balance and strength and endurance, that's going to be therapeutic activities. If you need to put another category of stuff underneath there, press plus and you can put other stuff. But let's say we don't need gait training at all. We press the minus button and we just get rid of gait training. Manual therapy, modalities. Again, if we don't need modalities or something, press the minus button and turn it off. Neuromuscular re-ed has to have a primary diagnosis of something neuro. So it needs to be like hemiplegia from a stroke or something very neuro diagnosis. That's a must. And if it does, and you're doing things like treatment that looks like joint approximation, NDT, BOBATH, apraxic inhibition, if that's what you're doing, then great, do neuromuscular re-ed. But if it's just more general balance and stuff, do therapeutic activities. When you get to this section here, today's assessment reveals, this is where you just type in like your overall clinical impression. You put in your diagnosis here by like